Bonjour tout le monde, my name is Sophia Bonini, and I have recently returned home from my study abroad experience in Aix-en-Provence, France. I'm here today to talk a little bit about my experience in Aix and why I fell in love with this town. I hope by discussing my experience, this can help people who are considering this program. So here we go. Hey, So why I chose Aix. I have been taking French since 6th grade, and since then I fell in love with learning about the language and the culture. So Aix for me was an opportunity to go to France. It was my first time in France, and it's something I've been looking forward to since I really started learning the language. Especially the idea of living with a host family was a really big opportunity for me to increase my language skills and really immerse myself in the culture and get to know what it meant to be, in the French culture. Early Start. So Early Start is a program that you can do. You get to Aix around 2 weeks before school actually starts. So my school actually required me to take this program, and I'm so glad that they did. First of all, you earn a credit, so you take a French class based on your level of French, and also you get to know all about Aix. They take you around Aix, they show you around, and it's a really good adjustment period to living with a host family and just getting used to how to get to school before classes actually begin. We also talked a lot about the cultural differences, which was very helpful with living, in a host family, because you need to learn how to adapt to their culture and understand how to respect it. And also in this program, we did a lot of really fun excursions, which I loved. A lot of the things that we saw were things that were very close to Aix or in Aix, but might take a car to get to, so it was a little bit out of the way. So we went to a local winery. We got to try a couple different wines. We went to the main markets in Aix. They showed us, the food market and the clothes market, and there's a couple different food markets that we went to. We also took a French cooking class, and we made a French apple pastry, which was so delicious and so much fun. And then we went to Avignon to see Le Palais du Pape, which is where the popes lived at one point in history. We also saw Le Pont du Gard, which is an aqueduct, a Roman aqueduct. And like I said, all of these things were things that I would really wanted to see, but it was a little bit harder to get to without a car, so I'm really glad we got to go. Okay, so my experience with a host family. So obviously I was a little bit nervous about, living with a host family, but it turned out to be the best thing that I did. And it's something I just totally cherish about my 2 months in Aix. I loved my host family, and I always looked forward to our dinners. So you eat dinner every night together, and we just got to discuss our day, and we really got to know so much about each other, and it was so cool seeing the differences in our cultures, which we talked about a lot. Also, I could practice speaking my French, and they were practicing their English, so it was really cool that we could practice on each other, and, it wasn't a big deal that neither of us could speak perfectly in each other's languages. We got along so well, and I honestly consider my host mom like a real mom. She's my French mom, and I really hope that when I go back to France that I can see her again. Okay, now the school part. So the school that you attend is IAU, and I had a really great experience. I loved all of my classes and my professors. I'm a marketing and French double major, so I took a few marketing classes, a few French classes. Most of the classes I took were for my French major, so they were in French, but none of them were something that was over my level, which I was really nervous about, so that was good. The teachers are so nice. They have a lot of good experience, and it was really cool, especially for my marketing classes, to see an international perspective of the French business and how that's different from the businesses in the U.S. So that was really cool. They also offer a lot of really fun classes, so that was really special to me to be able to take an art history class on Cézanne and Van Gogh while I was in France, and Cézanne grew up in Aix, so that was a really cool experience. Now a little bit about the town of Aix itself. There's so much to do, you will never be bored. There are so many good restaurants and cute cafes, and everyone sits outside. There's lots of restaurants and bars, and just overall so many beautiful sights to see. I actually, with my friends, we hiked Mont Saint Victoire. It was a really fun day. We went all the way up to the top of the mountain. We had a little picnic. It was awesome. So some of the best advice that IAU gave us when we first got there was to really be present in every day that you're in X. So walk into school, maybe don't wear your AirPods on the way to class. Just really take in everything that you're seeing, hearing, smelling, and just overall experiencing. My walk to school was incredible. I got to see a little bit of the mountain. I saw walked around on the Cormier Boat, which is the main street in X. And through the little streets, it was just so beautiful, and I miss it. It was so much fun. Okay, so now a little bit about travel. So traveling is obviously one of the main points that a lot of people choose to study abroad. It's really easy to travel when you're in X. There is a bus in X that takes you right to the TGV, which is the train. It also takes you to the Marseille airport. It's about like 20-30 minutes for both of those. Really easy to get to, and just a perfect way to travel to any place you want to. So unfortunately, my study abroad semester got cut short due to the coronavirus, and it's been really difficult. The transition back home, it is different doing online classes, but I'm really grateful that we were able to continue our online classes and still obtain the credits to complete the semester. I was really not ready to leave X when I did. And, being home, I can't even see any of my friends or go out of my house at the moment. But I'm so grateful for the 2 months I had in X, and I definitely want to go back. And I just had such a great experience from this 2 months. And yeah, I'm still in touch with my friends from IAU. We talk on Zoom and, through texting. And, we plan to stay in touch. We've also been talking about, if things clear up this summer, being able to visit each other. Some of my friends are on the West Coast in California. I'm in Philadelphia. So it'll be really cool to visit each other. And hopefully someday we'll get to go back to X together. With all that being said, I'm definitely not ready to call it quits on learning French or throw away the idea of living there for part of my life. These 2 months has really inspired me. And my hope is to move to France for maybe a year after college. And get to really immerse myself even more and actually become fluent. Thank you so much for watching my video. I would just like to thank IAU for an unforgettable 2 months in X, and also for affording me with this scholarship opportunity. Merci beaucoup et au revoir.